Welcome to the Devos this week, where we are talking about the benefits of the cross. And did you know that there are more benefits that the cross of Christ has on your life than just what we're used to talking about? Of course, when Jesus died, he paid the price for sins. Of course, when Jesus died, evil was defeated and the enemy was trodden under his feet. But there's an impact that the cross makes on our lives on a regular basis. And frankly, we don't think about it as often as we should. And today I want to talk to you about the fact that the cross of Christ, the fact that Jesus died on the cross, gives us confidence. It gives us an unwavering confidence in our relationship to God. And a lot of us, we need this confidence. You might want to call this assurance. You might want to call it eternal security. There's a lot of different terms for it in the Bible. But did you ever feel sometimes like you're not really a Christian? And I know that's like odd because you're watching devotions, but did you ever have a moment where you're like, oh my goodness, like I have these thoughts, I behave a certain way, I made all these mistakes, and I don't do this well, I struggle with addiction with this, I know I do this, I said that. Like you go through all of your list, your itinerary of all of the different mistakes and misdeeds that you've committed since you become a Christian. Focusing on the cross, recognizing what Jesus has done, gives you confidence to rise above that. Let's take a look at Hebrews, which Hebrews has a lot to say about Christ's cross and his sacrifice. But in Hebrews chapter 10, verses 10 and 12, it says, "And by that we will have been sanctified through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all." Now pay attention, my favorite words in this are once for all. He says, when Christ had offered for all time a single sacrifice for sins, he sat down at the right hand of God. Now, what's he saying? He's saying the sacrifice of Jesus was so powerful, it was so overwhelming, Christ dying on the cross, that it only had to be offered one time. If you are a Christian, I want you to know you are saved one time. You don't lose your salvation. You can't unearn. You can't lose what you couldn't earn. And this passage really gives credibility to this idea that it says that he did it once and for all. And then it says that he sat down after doing this, making his sacrifice. He sat down at the right hand of God. That penalty was paid. When Jesus says it is finished, that word is actually a word tetelestai. It means paid for. The tab has been paid. It's over. And for us, what we have as a result of that, among the forgiveness of sins, is we have confidence to know that Jesus paid the ultimate price. Every price that ever needed to be paid, any atonement that we had to make for our sins, Jesus Christ did when he died on the cross. His blood, that one offering, and it was a once and for all thing. So I want you to start to think that in your mind, once and for all. The moment that you start to realize, I know I'm bad, I know I've made mistakes, but Jesus paid for it all. All to him I owe, as the hymn says. It's because of what Jesus did. It's because of his suffering on the cross. It's because of his choice to go to Calvary's Hill and bear the burden of humanity and bear the scorn and the shame associated with every sin we've ever committed. We have an unwavering confidence that God finished his work to redeem our soul. So the cross of Christ gives us confidence to live in the freedom that he has called us to.